Hi, my name is Megan Mays. I'm from Spearman, Texas. It's a little tiny town. And since I was like 12, I've wanted to be an English teacher. And so what I decided to write upon was literature in the modern age. So Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say that they were perfectly normal, thank you very much. This phrase, read by billions of readers, the Harry Potter series, is known across every continent. Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling, with 7 books and 8 movies, is considered a great success in popularity, but in academic circles, the decision to mark it as great literature is yet to be decided. Books that have won this award, the title of literature, is mostly known as books in the past. Literature and other fiction, the fiction of today, is separated by a great divide of misunderstanding. Thought-provoking literature spanning genres are just as common today as they were in the past. All stories considered literature have these 3 categories: an interesting storyline, proper and realistic character growth, and a relevant thematic pose. By this definition, then, literature is found in the aesthetic of the story. The definition of literature falls back on excellence of the works themselves, or the author's intentions, execution, or evaluative judgment, which has all of the definitional problems of the Oxford English Dictionary, beauty of form writ large. For a story to be literature, it needs to hold elements of beauty. Literature varies from person to person. Everyone finds their own story that is beautiful to themselves, and that is their literature. Books that tend to be beautiful to everyone are those with the label of literature, such as those classics. For example, Tom Sawyer and Frankenstein are both books seen as literature. Tom Sawyer has childhood and self-discovery as the theme, has easy-to-read writing that's still meaningful, and has character development through the characters. Frankenstein goes over isolation and prejudice, has romantic writing and character development. And Harry Potter, for the theme, has family and the effects of war as just 2 of those themes. Literature and best-selling books are often seen as having a difficult-to-read writing style. However, reading levels are not the tipping point and what makes a story enjoyable for teenagers and adults. It's not written anywhere that literature must have a different wording to it. The phrasing and originality in words is not different from literature and other stories. For example, on this graph, it has the amount, on the left side, it has the years of education you need to go and understand what it's saying, and with different books in between. So, for example, Ernest Hemingway is a popular writer that's seen as literature, is the second one right here, and it's level 4, so 4th grade. And then J.K. Rowling is actually above that, closer to 6th grade. Tolkien is at between 6th and 7th grade, and so on. We inevitably end up with a situation where the people best positioned to write literary fiction are those for whom making a living isn't an imperative. That has an effect on the diversity of who's writing. We're losing voices, and we don't want to be in that position. Today, writing is a side job rather than a profession now. Writing in general is being abandoned. Not everyone has the J.K. Rowling experience, where she was a billionaire, but actually lost the billionaire position because she ended up giving a lot away. Not everyone can do that. But literature is not going to die. As long as people keep reading and writing, beautiful stories will arise. Following the reader's understanding of what is beautiful and finding engaging and moving stories, literature can always be found. Stories will arise to fulfill the needs of the people. Every generation searches for works that can help them escape the reality they live in. And this is why literature is important for teachers. Teachers give the next generation what they need to know. Teachers are the inspiration and the source that students learn from. And as the next generation comes from, if they aren't engaged in reading and writing, then they won't be able to create that for the next generation as well. Literature exists within and is determined by a shifting web of socially produced relations, judgments, and distinctions, and is consequently open to change and cultural variation. As the next generation comes, its literature will be seen different from ours and from those of the past. And while all will be considered great, literature does change to meet the needs of the people. And that is why it's important for teachers to teach to their students.